guys, welcome back to my channel. I've got a grocery haul and then I'm going to go through the pricing of everything I bought and the meal plan for the week. I went to Coles, I went to my local butcher, and I went to my local greengrocer. This week at Coles, my partner had two offers where you spend $50 each week for 4 weeks in a row and you get 10,000 flyby points, and he also got another offer that gave us 10% off the whole grocery bill. So I'm going to start with my stuff down here first. Okay, so I grabbed some beef mince from my local butcher for $13.50 a kilo, but the beef mince quality is so much better than Coles and Woolies. It's so much leaner, so I love getting that from my butcher. Grabbed some lamb chops for $18.80 a kilo and some pork chops for $11 a kilo. Normally, Woolies and Coles sell them for about $20 a kilo, I think, and when they go on sale, they're about $15 a kilo. So my butcher is way cheaper and it's way leaner. I think the quality is so much better. So $11 a kilo. The pork chops, I'm going to do a creamy sauce for my meal prep. So I'll be making a creamy garlic mushroom sauce to serve with the chops on some rice. Over here, we grabbed some mandarins from the greengrocer for $2 a kilo, and they look beautiful. And then I also grabbed some purple sweet potatoes for $4 a kilo, just as a healthy little snack. I tend to steam them or just zap them in the microwave. Cherry tomatoes, $4 a punnet for 500 grams. If you're buying cherry tomatoes from Coles and Woolies, you would know it's so expensive. Generally, it's $4 for like 125 grams. So whenever I need tomatoes, I always get it from my greengrocer. $4 for 500 grams. I don't think you are going to be able to get a better deal than that. Persimmons, I grabbed for, I think, $5 a kilo. And then I grabbed garlic. The persimmon was from the greengrocer. The garlic was from Coles because I like to get Australian grown garlic. I think that was $30 a kilo. Passion fruit, it's a bit on the lighter end in terms of its colour. I think it's still fine. It was $1 for one. Broccoli was, I think, $3.80 a kilo at my greengrocer. Zucchini was also $3.80. And then I also grabbed this white radish. It was $3.50 a kilo at my greengrocer. So this huge piece here was only $1.60. I'm probably going to be making a soup with this. Also grabbed some toilet paper from Coles. Moving down here, mushrooms were on sale at Coles for $11.50 a kilo. Crazy expensive nowadays. I remember probably a year ago when mushrooms were on sale, they were about $7 a kilo. Now when they go on sale, they're $11.50 a kilo. Grapes I grabbed from my greengrocer for $5 a kilo. I did try it already. It was nice and crispy and sweet. Also, we popped by the Asian grocer because I've seen this on YouTube. Boldak habanero lime noodles, hot chicken flavor, and I really wanted to try it. They sell it in a 5-pack, but I don't want to buy the 5-pack until I at least have tried one individual pack. It was $2.20 for one packet, but that's a bit of a treat. My partner also grabbed these nice and natural nut bars, cashew butter. This was reduced to clear. I think it was $1.70 off the top of my head. So it's probably going to expire in a month or two. I think that's why it's on clearance. But he's going to go through that really easily. Also grabbed some yogurt. That was on sale. I don't recall the pricing though. And this was 50% off. Connoisseur Gourmet Ice Cream Triple Choc Cookie. Yep. So I think it's normally $11, but we picked it up for $5.50. Something along those lines. Boss Coffee. My partner loves this. It was 40% off, so he grabbed a pack of 4. He actually likes the latte ones, but they ran out of stock, so we grabbed a rain check for him. Obviously, it's a lot cheaper to make your own coffee at home, but by him buying this, it's still cheaper than going downstairs to going to a local cafe to grab coffee. It's still going to be a lot cheaper, so that's for him. Panko crumbs, that's going to be for my chicken schnitzel. These shortbread creams, they were on sale as well. That's a bit of a treat. And we also grabbed some crackers and cheese, but we kind of already dug into them because we were really hungry. So meal prep wise, I think I've gone through most already. The creamy mushroom pork chop recipe, the chicken schnitzels we're gonna make with some sauteed tomatoes. Lamb chops will also be with some sauteed tomatoes, and the beef mince will be for the Korean hot pepper paste, garlic, and broccoli. It's kind of like a savory beef mince stir fry, and that's going to be served on some rice. But I'm going to include all of that in the next clip if you want to stay tuned to see all of the cooking clips. This is the cooking segment of the video. So I've just got some panko crumbs, smoked paprika, salt, and I also had some leftover crackers that I wanted to use up. So I've just crushed it and added it to the coating mix. I've also got some chicken breasts that I've cut in half and then flattened, and then I've just got a bit of an egg wash there. So as you guys can see, I'm just coating the breast fillets in the egg wash and then straight into my little panko cracker smoked paprika coating there. In the meantime, I've got my pot heating up with a little bit of oil. You can make these in the air fryer as well if you like, but I'm at my partner's apartment at the moment and he doesn't have an air fryer. I also wanted to mention I'm not producing as much content at the moment because it is a bit chaotic at the moment. My partner and I are also hunting for a new place so we can move in together. Now, I often like serving my chicken schnitzels with a bit of coleslaw or salad on the side. On this particular day, I was pretty lazy, so I kind of just sauteed some cherry tomatoes and served that on the side with my schnitzels. They're also really nice with some of that Kewpie Japanese mayo. So this is one of my meal prep ideas. I've got some pork chops here that I've lightly seasoned with salt and pepper on both sides. I have a pot here with some olive oil, which I had heating up. And I'm going to give the chops a quick sear. It won't need to cook 100% way through because I am going to continue cooking the chops in some sauce in the next steps. So once my chops have fully seared, I remove all of them and put them on a plate. In the pot, I've still got some leftover oil and some flavor from the pork, so I'm going to add my onions in and cook it in that pork juice and olive oil. Then I add in my garlic and mushrooms and saute that through as well. At this point, I did add in a little bit of salt off camera. Once I saute that for probably a minute or two, I then add in my thickened cream and continue to mix that. And then I add in my pork chops. So if you remember from the start, the pork chops, I didn't cook 100% way through. I just cooked them to give a quick sear. So the remaining cooking time will be in this creamy mushroom garlicky onion sauce. Now you can serve this meal with some mashed potatoes, roast veggies, or even rice. On this particular week, we wanted something quick and easy, so we are going to be serving this on some white steamed rice. I also wanted to mention I got these pork chops from my local butcher for $11 a kilo. I often see them for about $15 to $20 a kilo at my local Coles and Woolies, so good deal at my butcher. I've also added in the pork juices from the searing process, which is fine because it's going to cook in the sauce anyways. And then I actually removed my chops at some point, then mixed in a cornstarch slurry just to thicken the sauce up a little bit, and then I added my chops back in. We really loved this meal. I definitely will be incorporating this in the meal plan rotation more frequently. You could probably do this with chicken breast or chicken thigh as well. Just make a quick garlicky, creamy, oniony mushroom sauce to add on top. In this next clip, I've got some lamb fat rendering down. I basically just trimmed some of the fat off my chops. I've lightly seasoned it with salt and thyme, and I'm cooking the lamb chops in its own lamb fat. Once the chops are cooked, I remove them. Then I add in my cherry tomatoes, saute that a little bit, and toss them on the plate with my chops. Another quick, easy lunch in no time at all. And the chops and the tomatoes just go so well together. You can pop a salad on the side as well if you like, but as I said, on lazy days, this is what I do. The next clip is another meal prep idea. I've got some olive oil, some onion, garlic, and I've also chopped up my broccoli stalks in little chunks. I'm going to add that all in the pot. Then I think I lightly seasoned with a bit of salt off camera again, and in this clip here, you guys can just see I'm sauteing the little chunks of veggies. Then I add in my beef mince,
which I got from my local butcher, and their beef mince quality is just so much better than Coles and Woolies. I absolutely love it. So as I break the beef mince up, I start to add my seasoning. So I've got a bit of Chinese cooking wine that I've added in, bit of sweet soy sauce. I am basically making a throw it together Korean style beef mince with some veg. So I've also got some gochugaru. I think that's how you pronounce it. It's basically a hot pepper paste you can get from your local Asian grocer. I've even seen Coles sell these little packets of gochugaru if you want. So once I mix all of that in, I then add in my veggie of choice. Now, this particular week, I did select broccoli, but you can easily toss in some mushrooms or zucchini as well. As you can see, I've also added in a little bit of soy sauce prior to me adding in the broccoli. This type of meal can be served on top of white rice, which is what I did, but you could also add in some udon noodles or egg noodles if you prefer that over rice. Thanks so much for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next one.